The United States imports almost 400,000 metric tons of olive oil every year into the United States. That's a huge amount of olive oil. Unfortunately, due to creative marketing and sometimes even fraudulent practices, few people realize that there's a good, a bad, and even an ugly side of olive oil. And to make matters worse, there's a rising demand for high quality olive oil, and it's met with diminished production because of change in climate. So the prediction is that there will be about 30% less of good high quality olive oil available. So of all of this 400,000 metric tons that's coming into the United States, very, very little of it is tested on this side of the United States. There are some few labeling laws to follow along, but I think a lot of people do not realize when they see extra virgin olive oil that that product doesn't necessarily mean it's 100% extra virgin olive oil. It could be mixed with other oils. In fact, there was an interesting book published a few years ago titled Extra Virginity that really exposed what was happening with the olive oil and the fraudulent practices. So what's really important about olive oil and what really makes it such a healthful product is the polyphenol count. Now, polyphenol is just a fancy name for antioxidant. It's a whole nother class of nutrients that aren't vitamins and minerals, but they are antioxidants. And what do these antioxidants do? They do a number of things. They help stop inflammation, or at least lower it, which is inflammation is the underlying cause of chronic illness all over the place. High polyphenol olive oil has anti-cancer effects. It has also anti-aging effects. It has been shown to be helpful with cardiovascular disease and just overall antioxidant production. It's very, very heavily studied these days for its effects on positive effects for Alzheimer's disease. But the thing is about the olive oil and getting all these benefits, it has to be good olive oil. It has to be high quality olive oil. And you know, when you buy a big jug of it in a plastic container for $16 in a store and it's a liter, pretty much sure that is not high quality olive oil. It's going to put some extra fat on your food. You'll be able to drizzle it on salads and cook with it, but it's not going to be producing these healthful benefits. So there's really three choices that you have when you go and look for olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil, 100% extra virgin olive oil. The second is refined olive oil, which is a class of extra virgin that's mixed with other oils, other olive oils, which has a much, much lower threshold of polyphenols, if at all. And then pumice olive oil, which is squeezed from the skins and the pits of the olives to get the very last squeeze out, but the nutritional benefits are not there. So as a U.S. consumer, what are you supposed to do? You go to the store, there's an array of 30 or 40 brands of olive oil. You look at the back labels and you know, they all seem to look the same. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video where you can get a checklist and avoid all the common mistakes that people make when buying olive oil. I hope that will help. I'll put it right in the description and you can get it. It's called Olive Oil Buying Tips, and it's the result of my research and my study and my visit to growers over the last 10 years. So I hope this will be helpful to you. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for coming by today. If you aren't a subscriber, please do so I can continue to send some great information every week or two. I try not to overdo it, but as needed. Thanks again.